Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Wednesday, the 19th of February. With Robert Murray McShane, we began reading the book of Exodus. And today in chapter 2, we have the story of the birth of Moses. The women had been told that all boys should be thrown into the Nile and killed. Moses' mother sees he's wonderful, looks after him as long as she can. And eventually, when he gets to be too old to keep hidden in the house, she makes a basket, coats it with pitch and goes and hides him amongst the bulrushes in the Nile River. And in verse 5 we have, "Then Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bathe, and her attendants were walking along the riverbank. She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her female slaves to get it. She opened it and saw the baby. He was crying, and she felt sorry for him. 'This is one of the Hebrew babies,' she said. And Moses' sister came and said, 'Can I get somebody to look after it?' And Moses' mother did. And the rest of the story is how Moses leads the people. But as I read that, I thought, there's no mention of God here. This is just life happening. A woman seeing her beautiful baby and deciding she needs to look after him and do what she can for him. And just by coincidence, it wasn't planned, there was no scheme in this, Pharaoh's daughter happens to come along and everything falls into place without Moses' mother having to put those plans in place and to organize and to scheme and to plot. It all worked out. And that's a wonderful thought that God does that. And as you read through the scripture, so often we see that seemingly almost random events, completely unplanned, just fit together into exactly what God needs and what God uses. And if we step back, we're amazed that God is working in all of this. And we sometimes think God works in the religious sphere. But as we read the story, we recognize God works in all of life. And in fact, all of life becomes the religious sphere as a result of it. And so I pray that as we go through life, as we go through our days, which are just ordinary, doing what we know we ought to do, what we should do, getting on and arranging, making plans according to our wisdom and the best that we can, like Moses' mother did. God will be behind it and working, and whatever he wants will happen. And therefore, we don't have to panic about things. We can entirely rely on and trust in him. So be encouraged at the thought that there is a God who is present in all of our lives, watching over us, working his purpose out, and doing it all and bringing it all together for his glory and our good. What a wonderful God we serve. Be blessed.